Hi, I wanted to say welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're joining me for this one. Here in Texas, we have had a cold front over the last few days, and we are actually having some very wintry temperatures. So this morning I pulled on a sweatshirt. I just want to be cozy and just have easy clothes to clean and be productive in. We have a homeschool day ahead of us. I have a nice hot cup of coffee that I am still sipping on and enjoying. First thing this morning, I got a nice fire started in my fireplace. Since we do live in a hot climate here in Texas, we don't get to use our fireplace that often. So the days that are really cold, I like to plan ahead and be ready just to start a little bit of fire in the morning or in the evening. It's just something cozy that we've really been enjoying since we've lived in this home with this beautiful fireplace. We really want to make the most of that. So in this video, I want to share my productive morning routine. One thing I found is for myself, since I am not naturally a morning person, having a morning routine really helps me start my day in a way that is calm and not rushed and just kind of flows into my day. So what I do most of the time is get up with my nice hot cup of coffee and my Bible, spend some time reading God's word and praying and just getting ready for the day. And then as my kids get up, I can greet them and welcome them to the day. Often I like to be up before 7, definitely before the kids are up. And we have breakfast together and Bible time as a family, and then we get into our school day. So a lot of what I capture this morning is going to be the nuggets of time that I am squeezing out of kind of the free time I have during our school morning. As I got the kids started at the table with some of their work that they could do independently, I went ahead and stole 10 minutes here or there to put the rest of the dishes away, to sweep up in the living room. I just felt that we had a little mess from the night before, and you can see from our wood pile, we definitely had a little bit of mess that needed to be cleaned up. So once I got all those things in order, it just really set the tone for our day. I love having clean, tidy spaces to be able to do our homeschool in. I found it makes a night and day difference for how productive our homeschool days can be, because we do have the time to sit down on the couch and read together, which is a big part of our homeschool life. Or when it comes to mealtime, we can just grab our dishes out and serve our lunch. And it's just the flow of the day is so much easier when we're prepared for it. So a lot of that comes with cleaning up the night before, and then in the morning, often there is some preparation like putting away the dishes or putting away our blankets. Sometimes the kids will bring down blankets in the morning to kind of start our day in that cozy way. So this is just the flow of our homeschool morning, our day, and I'm just sharing kind of what my morning routine looks like and the way that I squeeze in little nuggets of time to be productive and hit some of those cleaning tasks while the kids are being productive with some of their school things. So thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this one. One of my favorite ways to start the day is with a cup of coffee, and this big old cup was already cooling off, so I added just a little bit to have my coffee nice and hot. And then I'm going to take you around the house so you can kind of see the state of our house after just our regular morning routine. The kids had breakfast and we're doing a few little things. This is before our school day actually starts, and you can see already our house is looking very lived in. We have little things here and there and everywhere, and you can see in front of our fireplace we have lots of little bits of wood chips from our logs. Our Christmas tree is still up, and we still have a mess out from breakfast and from an activity building toy that was getting put together this morning. So you can see we have breakfast cleanup, just normal day-to-day stuff, but definitely we want to have these checkpoints in our day where things do get cleaned up and put away so that it's not lingering all day. And here are the dishes from the night before that need to get put away. It tends to catch clutter in this area. And then another area that I do want to hit this morning is my husband's office. It also doubles as the kids' game room. They like to play video games in here, and they had just been leaving lots of their stuff out. So you can see we needed to do a little tidy up. I like to give his office a little bit of attention when I can, because he obviously works in here a lot, and I know that a lot of times it is the kids' overflow that ends up in there. As for my room, I need to make my bed and put away some laundry. I've been trying to get caught up on the kids' clothes, but that is my hardest chore. So the bed is made. We are off to a great start this morning. One thing I wanted to include in this video is a little Goodwill haul from yesterday. We went over to a Goodwill that's near my house that always has a really well-stocked book selection. So I got this Choose Your Own Adventure book. Do you remember these? They're so fun. And this Magic Treehouse book. The kids like these and we don't have this one, Season of the Sandstorms. This is kind of a puzzle mystery book. So as you go through, there's different puzzles and clues on each page. I have another book like that and my kids enjoy looking at it, so I thought they'd like this one. And then this last, Can You Find Jesus? And it kind of goes through themed pages that are like stories from the Bible, and you find hidden pictures and then hidden characters on each page. I thought this one looked really fun and colorful, and we love to add to our little Bible bookshelf. So this is a good find. Last thing I got was for myself, and I got this cool, it's kind of a vintage shirt. It was 75% off, so it was 75 cents, and it has this really cool kind of square collar in the back. So I thought that would be a really fun little something you could dress up or dress down. Cute little top. So that's what I got from Goodwill. Now we are gonna just go through the main living areas and get things straightened back up. I just put the blanket back on the couch and straightened up books, Bibles, pillows, and little odds and ends to get our room back in order. Part of the reason I like to have the living room really tidy and clear is just so that it can be a good spot to sit down for our read aloud times. That's a really important part of our school day. We do read alouds with the younger kids, the older kids, and then for our history section, we do read alouds. And if you haven't heard of that before, that kind of goes along with the Charlotte Mason kind of philosophy of homeschooling. And reading living books really adds a richness to our schooling and helps the kids understand some of the time periods or the different things that we are learning about in kind of a real life kind of way by reading those type of books. So I straightened up the little fireplace area, and like I said, we have thoroughly been enjoying using our fireplace this season. I think the last 3 days in a row we've had fire in some fireplace, and that's unusual for us because usually it's quite warm here, even through December. But January is typically our cool month. That's our most wintry month. So we are enjoying it for all it's worth, and we're loving having the fire in the fireplace, and it makes the room so cozy. Later in the day, we sat down here to have some of our read aloud time with the younger kids, and we are reading one of the Little House on the Prairie series by Laura Ingalls Wilder. It's On the Banks of Plum Creek. And if you have younger ones, that is such a fun book to read with them. It's really written for a younger listener, and it's just a really good story. So I would highly recommend that if you are looking for a fun read aloud for, I would say, your younger elementary group. Right as I got finished cleaning up the living room, my in-laws got back from the grocery store and they brought me a few things. My mother-in-law is so sweet. She always thinks of me when she goes to the grocery store and usually comes back with something for me. And today she brought a box of eggs, which I'm amazed at how fast we can go through 60 eggs, 10 pounds of chicken, and what else was it? Oh, and that big bag of potatoes. So those are definitely things that we will make it through and will enjoy. And I was out of potatoes, so I was really glad she thought of that. As for the eggs, I am gonna put these eggs in the refrigerator, and then I kept 8 out to make boiled eggs. We like to have boiled eggs for a snack. I love having egg salad for lunch sometimes, so that will be put to good use. And I just went ahead and tidied up the kitchen, finished putting away the dishes, and did the dishes that were in the sink. Most of the reason I did those was because I was feeling a little bit chilly. Since we're acclimated to such warm temperatures, when the weather is down in the 50s, I am just so cold. I get cold so quickly, so I really enjoy doing the dishes as a little activity to warm up my hands. Now, the method I use for boiling eggs is so simple, and it is absolutely foolproof. When I first tried to boil eggs, I would always have really inconsistent results, but the method I use now always comes out perfectly. What I do is put in my eggs and then cover them with cool water, put them on the stove and bring it up to a rolling boil, and then turn off the heat completely and cover the eggs and the water. And usually I set my timer for 10 to 12 minutes. After the timer beeps, I drain the eggs and put cool water over them, and they are usually perfect. They're always perfect, actually. Now it's so nice to have clean counters and clear counters, have everything put away, and pretty much just in time for lunch. After I finished this up, we ended up heading out the door to go pick up our school lunch. For those of you who homeschool or who are doing virtual school, do you do the school lunch? Because since we have been homeschoolers for many years, we never had school lunch. But in our area, they encouraged all school-age children to come by and get the school lunch. So even as homeschoolers, we started doing that, and the kids really enjoy it. I'm sure it's partly because it's the novelty of school lunch. If it was, something they always did, maybe they wouldn't enjoy it as much. But today they had tater tots and hamburgers, and it also came with an apple, an orange, milk, and some cut up veggies, carrots and celery. And so it's just so cute to see the kids enjoy school lunch, and that's so here I am warming up my hands. I just love cast iron skillets, and this skillet I had cooked fish in the night before. So it's perfectly seasoned. I don't use soap on them. I just rinse them out with hot water and a scrubby sponge. You can see I had a lot of cups in the sink, and that was partly because we had hot cocoa with our breakfast. Do your kids like having hot drinks for breakfast? One of my little boys loves having tea, and it's been really fun having hot cocoa this winter. when Pa came rattling down the path. He was carrying a little tin stove and 2 pieces of stovepipe. "Whew," he said, setting them down. "I'm glad I had to carry them only 3 miles. Think of it, Caroline. Town's only 3 miles away. Just a nice walk. Well, Hanson's on his way west and the place is ours. How do you like it, Caroline?" "I like it," said Ma, "but I don't know what to do about the beds. I don't want to put them on the floor." This is part of our afternoon cleanup time. I went ahead and switched over the laundry and put a load of towels in. You can see I've been keeping my used kitchen towels right there in the kitchen. And I think I'm gonna grab a small laundry basket next time I'm in Dollar Tree so I can have a little kitchen laundry basket for those kitchen towels. And I just toss them in the washing machine together so we could get those all nice and fresh and clean. And I did have a couple towels and blankets out here on the laundry room floor that I went ahead and threw in with them. This is my laundry room out here, and it needs a little bit of TLC. This is one area of my home that we are thinking about doing kind of just a little mini makeover, sprucing it up. You can see there are some bare stud areas, and I am thinking about using a pegboard or something kind of fun and creative to do the walls out here. So if you have any ideas for me on that, I would love to hear about them. I am definitely still very much open to ideas for this room, but it is on the outside of our house, but I definitely want to make it into a cute little laundry room and kind of storage area out here. So look forward to seeing more on that on my channel. Now it is actually the early afternoon. My son is about to get started on his math in here at the kids' computer desk, and I just need to get this room tidied up. My husband is out of the house today for his work, and so I wanted to go ahead and get his office a little bit more straightened up, definitely swept, taking out the trash, some of those things that I know needed to be done after the kids using this space over the weekend. You can see I already put away all the games that they had out. There were a couple lost pairs of shoes in here, and then just sweeping out from under all the furniture. Just you know, crumbs, kids leaving their little trail of breadcrumbs behind them. I'm just taking these last few minutes to sweep up, get all the dust out of the corners and from under the drums and around here. It was definitely some time well spent to get into this room and definitely pick up the kid clutter and give it a good light dusting and thorough sweeping. Into what I got cleaned up today. You can see it is much later in the day, and I just wanted to close out this video by saying thanks for joining me for this one. I hope it was motivating to you. I know often we are multitasking and having to get other things done while, you know, things are happening in the background, whether it's putting in laundry and then going and doing something that you have to be more hands-on, or getting my students set to do their schoolwork and then going ahead and finishing up some of the tasks like putting away dishes or whatever needs to get done during the day. I know so many of us are really busy and we have to pack it into our day and really make the most of our time. I know I do. So if that is true for you and you have stuck around this long, please give this video a thumbs up. That really helps out my channel, helps YouTube pick up what is interesting to you in the algorithm. And I hope that my channel is one of those inspirational and interesting channels for you to be a part of. So thanks for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.